Hey you! Have you ever wanted useful information about every stand so you can play them better? Can't win SBR, too many sweats in 1v1s, constantly being random killed in main game? Do you want to play better?
Yeah, that would actually help a lot.
Well, you've come to the wrong place, because this video will have a dumb, useless fact for every stand currently in the game. And hopefully, at the end of the video, you too will become knowledgeable about obscure information that will serve you zero advantage in competitive play. Anyways, subscribe, but only if you're enjoying the video. And let's get started.
But I actually wanted help. Hermit Purple is the only stand where having certain specs change its properties. Having any of the Hammons make it so your attacks proc burn, but only if you have the upgrades.
Star Platinum is the stand that has had the most remodels in the game, with a grand total of 7, which is insane. The World is a stand which has the most variants in the game, which includes the World Alternate Universe, the World Over Heaven, and finally, Shadow the World.
When casting Charisma, you hold a book. That isn't actually empty. These two images can be found inside.
When Silver Chariot got its first remodel on April 2nd, 2021, the texture they had used had a watermark on it, as shown right here. It was then changed to remove this watermark 2 days later on April 4th, 2021. Magician's Red 3rd skin was based off Star Spangled Banner from Project JoJo, one of the first Roblox JoJo games that is now very outdated and no longer receiving updates. Other than Project JoJo 2, but you know. Having higher frames makes your pilot speed way faster than normal. This can be useful, but a lot of the time it can be annoying if you have over 200 frames. Anubis is the only non-humanoid stand with a normal stand barrage, and a stand barrage finisher. Before the rehaul Cream had, it used to appear over your right shoulder, but then it got moved back to the left. Honestly, I have no idea why. The World Over Heaven was the only stand to have a spec buff be removed after its release, and it only got re-added with the Hammon update. Back in 2020 to 2021, Crazy Diamond had a rumoured Requiem that would come into the game. Other than a leaked image, no other information was available about this. And as of Weather Report's release, CDR was officially announced to come next. Back when the hands erasures used to be invisible, secretly only one skin had the erasures visible, other the hand. Star Platinum the World's old model had a white glow around the outline of the hair, which caused the game so much lag that they had to remove it.
This stand's electric charge used to work somewhat exponentially, in which it charged in 3 stages, the next stage faster than the last. So even with the passive charge, it was still a bother to play. You know how each stand usually has their own pose with the user? Well, this stand uses the same pose as Hierophant Green, and the same human pose as Red Hot Chili Pepper. Pre-August 2021, before Killer Queen's rework, Coin Toss used to throw multiple coins for its move. However, only one of them was the real bomb, so more often than not, you can just walk over them and be fine, unless they were manually detonated. Bites to Dust has been the only consistent ultimate to kick people from the game, if you've just joined a server. Because of the move sends you back to where you were 20 seconds ago, if you've just joined a server, you didn't even exist 20 seconds ago. And because of this criteria is unfulfilled, the game bugs out and kicks you. Back when Gold Experience's beatdown got added, you used to be able to block the final hit, causing a block break, which meant that it was a beatdown that you could literally heal from if you had enough health regen. Zipper Pole has a random bug where it can one-shot you, and I do not know what the criteria for this bug triggering is, as there seems to be no pattern. After Cream got rehauled, it got moved to the left side, like all the other stands. And now, Aerosmith is the last stand still on the right. Because of obvious Roblox censorship, the stand can't be called its real name in-game, as, well, it's got a certain word in it. Purple Haze is the only stand in the entire game that can hurt its user. However, this can be removed by using Rage Mode. You can disappear into the floor by entering either of your shell forms and by doing the command /eset. YouTubers used to use this stand to troll people in main game by pretending to be Lucky Arrows and other rare items. Beach Boy has the most amount of block breaking abilities in a single stand, with a grand total of 3. White Album's old stand barrage voice line was Giacho swearing over and over in the part 5 fight with Mista and Giorno. This was later changed when Uzu realised what he was saying. When you load into the game, you're greeted by Diavolo with King Crimson. However, to the people with sharp eyes, this isn't the same model as the current one in the game. It's still used in the older 2022 model. Chariot Requiem is assumed to have an infinite pilot range, but actually it does have a limit, and a way we can see it is in Steel Ball Run. Starting here, and ending about here. GER's Old Awakening was Il Vento d'Oro, as many people know. But when Uzu's 2021 copyright update happened, he changed it into something else, as many people know it as Paradisus Paradoxum from Myth and Roid. It got removed again after the copyright update got reverted, and a lot of people missed it. This got caught by Paragon and Gordy, who both added it back this year. You cannot use KCR Scythe in Mr. President's room, and I cannot tell you why it doesn't work, but I can tell you that I only found this out 10 minutes before recording, thanks to Suno in testing place. Stone 3 had the longest gap between a stand being announced and actually releasing, being teased at the end of YBA's October 16th, 2021 Halloween video, and then finally releasing June 1st, 2022. This was over a 7-month wait. Weather Report was launched with the most amount of stand skins so far at its release, with a grand total of 8. When Whitesnake first released, it used to have the same pilot as Hierophant Green's, so rather than running around like SCR was, it used to fly around at top speed. It was later changed to what we know it as now. For a short time, an update made it so using gravitational shift on someone made it so the last hit of your Surf's Inversion Punch does 2 times the usual damage. This was obviously reverted later as it was way too strong. On release, Made in Heaven's Double Excel wasn't disabled for the end of Steel Ball Run, so people used to just Sonic to the end. It was a really bad time to play. Tusk Act 1 strangely was remodelled in 2022, but Tusk Act 2 and 3 still are left with the remodels as they were on release. Tusk Act 2 is probably one of the most least played stands in the game, as there is honestly zero reason to be playing it compared to any of the other Tusk Acts. So Tusk Act 2 isn't really being played by anybody. You don't need the Heart of the Saint's corpse to evolve Tusk Act 3, and because of this, it's the only corpse part to not be used in the Tusk Act for obtainment. Tusk Act 4 was the cause of YBA's worst era back in September 2022, with changes being made to its moves that inadvertently broke the stand, creating an infinite combo. This was all you saw in 1v1s, and this took over a month to fix. D4Cs all share the same dimension in Dimension Hop. You probably never knew this, as it's very rare to find two D4Cs use the move at the same time. Love Train once was the stand with the highest destructive power in the whole game. It had a barrage of 1.9 per hit, and M1s of 11.7 per hit. Before Scary Monsters got reworked, getting time stopped while having your stand out soft locked you, so you couldn't move, get damaged, or deal damage. And in Eclipse's words,
"The only thing you can do in this state is desummon your stand and look at your depressing body."
The old AU skill tree was flipped upside down with the update that removed its rage mode. And I don't know why. Maybe to make it feel different? I'm not too sure. Soft and Wet is the only Part 8 stand that could be obtained in the game. You are able to trigger Go Beyond on non-enemy NPCs. This makes for some fun main game plays, as nobody expects it. And with that, the video's over. Thank you to everyone that has watched this stupid video I made. I've played this game for too long, and I just wanted to share some silly trivia I've picked up on across all the years I've been playing. And this video was supposed to be an April Fool's video, but scripting took longer than I thought. And if you have any other facts, comment below, as I'd love to hear more. In all seriousness, I'm going to do proper informational PvP videos again very, very soon. Just waiting on CDR and the other mystery stand. Ooh. See you all soon.